Jason. Jason?
Hey there, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good.
Where are you located?
Sorry, I'm in Minneapolis, St. Paul area.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
How's business?
It's you know, depending on how you look at it. The leasing side, it's been it's strong. Sales side, it's okay. Getting stuff accomplished, it's a little bit more challenging because there's a lot more factors involved, and you know, the sales
What do
side
you
of it is
specialize in?
happy, you know, going through the pandemic, whatnot. I'm coming out stronger than I was going into it, so which is good.
Yeah.
You know, I had 6 leases going on at one time, and you know, I was 6 for 6 coming out of it, so I'm quite happy. So, one second, okay? I'm here at 1 second. Okay, all right. Can go. So you have the alarm on? Yeah. Okay. All right, 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna have to do one thing real quick. Can I do this? And I'll be right back. It'll take me like 2 minutes.
Oh,
okay?
no problem. I think there's only 3 of us. Take your time, man.
Okay? Hello?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I'll do it. You got it? Yeah, I got it.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that
cool.
Jason?
All right. Yep, I'm back. I'm sorry.
No apologies necessary. I think the coach is coming on here in a minute. Let's just, if nothing else, this is good practice, and we both, I'm sure, will get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
What I wanted to do, I wanted to switch to a screen, and I wanted to, make sure I could do this. So if I switch to the screen, let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right.
People. Hey, where'd you go, man?
How's it going?
There it is.
Where's Jason? Oh, he doesn't have a camera. That's fine. I wanted to switch to a screen where I typed up a document. So I see down here where it says screen share, but then it asks some questions. So let me see if I can. Oh, here, I got it now. So I don't have to switch to this yet, but anyway. Okay.
Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm in the car though. I
Oh, cool.
apologize.
Hey, that's okay.
All right. So this thing happened that I was, Keller Williams has a power up meeting every morning at 8:30, and I used to go to them, and they were pretty damn good. But when the Corona thing hit, nobody could do it. Now, they were sending out links for a while, and they did it for a while. And then since nobody was showing up, then nobody did the link. Nobody showed up online anymore. So it all fell apart. So I was looking for a group to get together every morning for, 20, 30 minutes. You could just do rah-rah. You could do your pitch, your telephone script practice. It'd be something different every day, but it'd be fast, 10, 15 minutes and get on with the day. So anyway, that's
Alex,
what I was looking for.
Alex, I don't want to cut you off, but are you recording this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry. Just want to make sure because there's a lot of guys that want to be a part of it, couldn't be in today.
Yeah. So I had been reading The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and I got that back out. And I can't tell you how many times I wake up and come out into the office, and I'm thinking, what do I got to do today? And then you pick up this affirmations, it says, hey, something great's going to happen today. You're going to get a listing today, whatever your affirmations are. And it makes a big difference. So that was actually originally how this thing happened. And instead of that coming into play, and the reason I mention it is maybe we could also get that fired up. But what came out of that was this monthly mastermind meeting for commercial real estate. And I'm reading off the thing. Can you guys see my typed up version? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you haven't read that Miracle Morning, that's something that I force myself to do, and it makes a big difference. There's a link right there to the 4-minute book. I do everything on Cliff Notes. You can print that out. It's like 3 or 4 pages, and you can read, part of it every morning.
Did you do the real estate one too, Alex?
I did the second. No, I didn't ever get. I should probably Google the Cliff Notes for that one. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me write that down.
Yep. Yeah, that's just a little more specific to what you do.
So, Jason, my name's Alex Williams. I'm down in the Tampa Bay area, and as well as I work down in the middle of the state of Florida around Gainesville and Ocala. I found out early that multifamily properties were kind of just made sense to me. I came from the car business background, so, in the car business, you have a product, you sell it, there's this much expenses involved, there's this much income involved, it's a set of books, it's a balance sheet, and here's what you got at the end. It just made sense. Multifamily made sense to me, so I've stayed with that. Yeah, I've sold office buildings, sold houses, and I'll do whatever comes along, but as far as what I'm going to focus on, it's multifamily property. So, in focusing on multifamily property, after I brokered a bunch of deals, I finally said, well, how long am I going to stand on the sidelines and just watch other people buy multifamily properties and realize the passive income off of those? So today, my goals are to list and broker right down there. It says my goals are list and broker multifamily deals. Use those commissions to buy one multifamily property a year. And I also I've been reading a lot about, I just talked to a guy yesterday. He called me, had 3 duplexes for sale, and he was wholesaling all 3 of them. And I said, let me ask you something. I'm not going to, take your territory over, but I would like to ask you, how are you doing this? Do you do direct mail? Do you do emails? Do you not go on door knocks? He goes, Alex, I picked the phone up and I called these people. And this is the second property we bought off of a guy who he just calls around until he finds somebody who needs to get rid of their property. He puts it under contract, and then he throws it out to all of his multifamily buyers, marks it up, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, wholesale. And this is the second property we bought this way. And so I decided, as a matter of fact, I built a Facebook page yesterday, and I decided that's definitely something I want to start doing. I talked to a girl the other day who has a 10 unit right on the intercoastal here in Sunset Beach. And she bought it from a seller who she needed 60 grand cash, and she wanted to sell the place. So the girl bought it 60 grand cash, and it was seller financing. As far as how I do it, I use a software service named PropStream, and just like Coach taught me to do, you just pick up the phone every single day, call these people, track it with a CRM, and follow up on it.
Yep. That's awesome. There's several guys that, again, they aren't on here today, but they do a lot of wholesaling. And
oh, really?
Yeah, that's definitely
Perfect.
part of their game. So yeah, it'll be good. We get that little traction with this thing, and some of these other guys jump in and kind of start sharing, and we can really get a brainstorm going, create some goals for everybody, hold everybody accountable. It should be good.
Jason, what is your primary focus? It is on the investment side as well, because I've done this. I've been in the business 20 years, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been 20 plus years. And so I've always tend to be on the investment side because, like I said, it's all about, forming a partnership, with people, number one. Number two,
growing the the portfolio, watching things grow as far as, from the management side of things, as far as leasing and sales as well. So it's an avenue where you can do multiple things at one time, and it's a constant source of revenue as well. So I've done the same thing myself, like you're doing, is making phone calls, trying to put deals together, which I just recently, it's been 4 months in the making, but it didn't go through because of the pandemic. And it was basically a 4-unit building with a couple of retails on the main floor, and one of them happened to be a restaurant. And it's just in this environment, I mean, I don't know if it would have lasted. That was the big thing, is would it last long term? And from the location standpoint, and meeting with the operator, it didn't seem like she had
the passion for the business. So ultimately it did fall apart. But yeah, it's all about reaching out and putting some stuff together, and that's what I try to do each and every day. So
this guy that keeps his boat at my marina, he's actually right across the dock from me. And he was with a big firm, and all he did was hotel properties. So as soon as the Corona thing hit, I saw him on the dock, and he said, "Alex, this is my business is dead." I mean, bigger hotel chains, I guess. I don't know what his bottom, if he does 20 or 30 unit hotels, or if they're all just big chains. But you think about the hotel industry, they're in serious shit. But I wonder, has anybody ever thought about taking some of these hotels and turning them into apartment buildings?
Yeah, or even weekly rentals. There's a lot of again, there's a guy, hopefully he'll be joining us down the road, Kevin Langdon. He's out in Phoenix area. And I know he's got it on his radar, and knows a bunch of guys that do some pretty significant volume in buying up buildings and just setting up weekly rentals. And in that market, it works really well. So that's another option, maybe.
I guess you got the whole kitchen situation where that's a whole nother plumbing issue.
Yeah.
You know, if they weren't set up for that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, there's probably a few different options for sure, depending on what you wanted to convert into. So yeah, Jason, now do you do strip centers and stuff too? I'm trying to remember from when you and I had worked together in the past. I thought I remembered you getting involved in some smaller strip centers, things like that, or no? Is that somebody else I'm thinking of?
No, I've done that in the past. I mean, what I have under management now and leasing is mostly offices.
Okay.
And that's what I have currently right now. I mean, I've had experience with art studios and music studios, jam studios. I've been in the bar business. I've been in the restaurant business. So I've kind of dallied in a lot of things. So I'm just kind of thinking, within the last, throw this out there about ideas about co-housing. Obviously with the way right now, and how people, it's just people want to gravitate towards each other a little bit, I guess. And I'm wondering if that would be a viable option, do something in the co-housing area. I know assisted living is huge in Minnesota. It's a big topic, and it's a popular thing right now with assisted living. But I was kind of leaning towards co-housing and see if that would kind of work, or and that.
You kind of lost you there, Jason. Are you in a bad area?
Well, I'm in a parking lot. Yeah, it's cracking back and forth. Am I going in and out?
What is co-housing?
I can't. Co-housing, basically,
Yeah.
what it is, it's a smaller unit. It's like a 10 or 11 unit building, but on the main floor, it's a community. So people want to be part of a community, so they go down. So they cook dinners, once in a while with each other, and just cohabitate and just be together. That's kind of what it's about. They'll have movie nights, they'll do games and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it's formed.
So it's like individual units with a community center all built into one building.
Yeah, correct. That is correct. Yes, and there's themes, together and on a basis. Or
hey, Alex, is there anybody in the waiting room right now? Because I just got a text from.
How do I tell? Hold on.
Yeah, there's a guy named German in the waiting room.
Oh, sorry.
Shit.
I don't know how to let him in when I shared my screen. I guess I can go unshare my screen.
He may have hopped off. I don't know, but you can just check and see if there's anybody there.
How do I unshare my screen? Yeah. I tried to play with this as much as possible before we started, but
that's okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar. There must be a unshare button maybe at the bottom somewhere of your, or go to your, hover over your down at the bottom, like at the very bottom there should be green. I think it says share or unshare. Like it's like a black border around the when you move your mouse. Do you see that around the bottom? There it is.
Wow, here we go.
Yep. So I don't know where the waiting room button is.
It unshared somehow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Participants 3. So I guess when you share a screen, you can't see somebody trying to get into the room.
Maybe that could be. Yeah, I haven't set it up with a host like that, but
Where are you right now? You're in where's your new house?
me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're unfortunately we're still in Rochester.
That's your new house there?
That's yeah, that's where it's like an enclosed, sort of like a lanai, what you'd think of as a lanai, fully
Right.
enclosed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like almost like a Florida house.
I know. It's about as close as we can get at the moment. So yeah, that's okay. We'll just send out a link to everybody for the recording, and then remind them we could either bump up the next one to like 2 weeks out to try to grab people and then go monthly from there, or just stick with the schedule we've got.
I can imagine it taking everybody, it could be 2-3 times before they get it driven into that's
Right.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we can make it worthwhile,
yeah.
Jason, what do you want to hear about?
No, I just kind of want to hear about other markets and how they're doing and what the ideas are, and that's part of it right there. I mean, obviously learning techniques, how people are structuring them, whether it's a partnership or whether it's financing. That's the other keys, and so that's kind of what I'm excited about.
Well, I can tell you from my experience, multifamily is still hot as a firecracker. There's properties being listed. I got 3 people looking for multifamily properties, and by the time I get them from my MLS and look at them, it's many times that same day they're under contract. And cash is, we're paying their asking price, but they'll call us back the next day and say we took a cash offer.
Mm-hmm. What's kind of the average price per unit?
If you're looking in the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater area, it's $105,000 a unit. If you go up into if you go up into Central Florida, there's $60,000 a unit, and you can buy. They're almost the same income. So
okay, wow.
Needless to say, we don't buy anything around here.
And yeah, it's interesting to see how try to make the numbers work and working on the numbers as well, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, I can't believe
because what are the main?
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would want to buy where I am. I'm in Pinellas County. Almost the whole thing's in a flood zone. 1, so you got to buy flood insurance. 1, and number 2, if you do get flooded, can you imagine the output? You're going to lose all of the income. Plus, you're going to have all the repairs done, and plus you may have to even put the tenants up. Yeah, you have to house them somewhere. So why anybody would want to buy around where I am, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's just what about, is there a shortage of listings there too as well? I mean, that's what we're experiencing up here. There's just not a lot on the market right now.
Yeah, they're starting to come on. I think I got an email today. There's 5 or 6 new properties in the area had come on. So they're starting to loosen up. I don't have the whole MLS of the state of Florida, but I just found out recently, if you want to find out multifamilies, you can do the whole state of Florida, Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi, one state at a time on Zillow or Trulia. It'll send you every single one, plus the for sale by owners.
Okay.
You can do it by state.
It'll send you what, Alex, by state?
You can go to I get an email from Zillow every time a property anywhere in the state of Florida gets, because my MLS only goes across the state. Right. So
okay, so you set that up as an alert in Zillow?
Yeah, you set it up as an alert.
Okay.
And my MLS is not going to give me for sale by owners, so I get those too. So I'm surprised that I hated this Zillow, but it works for me.
Yeah, it's a tool, man. It's a tool. So the rentals, like you're saying, the rental income right there on the beach, for example, is no higher than mid-state Ocala?
Not much. We just bought a triplex where it's a 3 unit. The bottom floor is like a house, and they say it'll rent for $1,100, and the 2 apartments will rent for $800.
Okay.
Well, I'm sitting here on the beach in a 2-bedroom. Yeah, my 2-bedroom is $1,200, but I also got a boat slip, and it's on the beach. It's on the beach. But if you just go, a mile down the road, I just came out of a 1-bedroom apartment that was $775. So yeah, it's a little higher, but when you're talking about buying an apartment for 65 grand versus 105 grand,
Right.
not that much higher.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding, man. Wow. I just would have assumed that the rents would be a lot higher on the beach.
Yeah, you would.
So do I.
You would.
Huh. Okay.
Huh.
The other problem with buying anywhere along the beach is, regardless of what the income is, the property value throws the cap rate off. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just buy it on income because the dirt is so much more valuable because it's near the beach.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah, I kind of steer away. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of business here. I just like to live here.
Yeah. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of like objectives or takeaways, things like that, I just got another text from a guy up in Pennsylvania. He does a fair amount of, multifamily and stuff like that. Totally different market, but same concept. But as far as you guys, like what are some things maybe that you're focusing on, or you want to kind of, maybe if we do, whether it's accountability or just simply to kind of, share stuff. Is there anything specific, I guess, Jason, that you are working on for the rest of this month or the month of June or third quarter? Like what are some short-term goals you have?
As far as the resident, obviously that's kind of the key is, sticking to residential, because that's, everybody needs a place to live, obviously. So that's going to be the strongest. But I mean, I think part of my goal is, I do like, how do I say it? I do like the art. I mean, I had one client that had a portfolio of warehouse spaces, and we did a conversion to art studios. And I really, that's kind of one of my goals. One of my side goals is really to get back into that market again, because there is really a need for that type of space, because everything got, obviously when the market got good, and it continues today. I mean, artists are getting the boot because they're getting converted to condo units. So I know there's a big market for that. So I would like to, I mean, that's one of the side goals of mine. But obviously, I mean, it's interesting to hear what it's like in different markets. So it's good to learn that. Number two is how, like I said before, how they're structuring deals, and if it's partnerships involved, what are the strategies for the partnerships as well? So it's multi-layered, of course, for me. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you talking about for your own personal portfolio, or just as far as bringing some of your investors and clients in on deals?
It could be both. I don't, you never know.
Okay.
It's kind of a funny thing because, obviously, the snowbirds up here, I mean, wintertime, they want to go to warmer climates. So, I mean, it could be something down there too. It could be a resource. Who knows? I mean, I'm leaving all the options open. Yeah, definitely.
That's a good point. Even the two of you connecting to, if you've got people that are coming down to Snowbird or whatever, and you guys stay in touch and figure out how to make it work between the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely open to that. Yes.
Okay.
One of the things I wanted to share was that website I found called PropStream. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I don't know. Is that
you can go on there,
like a LoopNet kind of thing?
Well, you can go on there. Like I look up all the multifamily properties from say 3 to 7 units, and then it will give me all the phone numbers of those owners, the email address if they have it, and it'll also allow you to send a postcard from right there. But then it also does ringless voicemail. Really?
All of that under PropStream?
So the first time I went and found the Marion County property owners, pulled up all their data.
Wow.
Send them. You have to send it. Send it to Skip Trace, which is all from the website. And then I sent out I didn't realize it at the time, because as soon as you send out a ringless voicemail, what happens, those people have a call coming in. They don't wait to listen to the message you left them.
Right.
They just immediately call that phone number back. I got inundated with phone calls. But I ended up found two people that wanted to sell their property. I wrote them contracts, but we haven't got them signed yet. But that's one of the things I was going to mention was that website.
Wow.
I'm excited about that.
Man, that's awesome. Maybe when you send out the link for the recording, just in that email, put the link to the website as well.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that would work anywhere, right? That's
it works anywhere, and you can do it for houses too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's even in a residential neighborhood or whatever, you could do that, right?
It's got all of the properties that are on MLS, all are in pre-foreclosure, all the properties that are in foreclosure, all the properties that have equity. It's got all the properties that people paid cash for. It has all the properties that were trans family, in other words, like a probate deal, like a guy just died and this kid inherited it.
Right.
It would be really valuable for you if you want to do houses, because I would, the kid doesn't want the house, right? He wants to sell it. Yeah, so it's a slick website. I actually ended up talking to a lady who had worked there for the last 11 years. And she said, Alex, it used to be you had to go to a seminar. You had to pay like $4,000, go to a seminar, and then you had to pay us, $385 a month to use the software.
Yeah.
It's the cloud and everything. The owners, he said she told me that they are actually blown up. They've probably multiplied their users times 20.
So how much is it now?
Years.
How much is it now?
It's $100. I think it's $89.
Holy cow.
It's $89. Then you pay for the ringless voicemails, a quarter, 3 cents a piece.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Wow. And then they do postage through there, like print labels?
Yeah, you can send a postcard right through there. And one of the ways that I've been doing it lately is I changed my whole tune. Is I'm not an agent trying to get their listing. I'm a buyer. So my whole thing and my messages and my postcards are it's called We Buy Apartments.
Yep.
We pay you top dollar for property anywhere, any size, any condition, blah, blah, blah. And so obviously, I have people buying those properties. So if they do, when they call me, I will write them a contract. But if they're not happy with the contract, then I say, hey, I got another option for you. I can list it, and we can let the whole world bid on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty slick.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right. Well, I got to hop off here in just a second, but I'm hoping that next time around we'll get at least 3 to 5 other people that.
I got 2 screens, so I'm looking at you on this screen, and I'm sure it's filming from that screen. But if you guys get anything that you want to talk about, I would be glad to research it and try to talk about it. Yeah, hopefully some more people. If not, it's fine too. We'll just keep it, let it keep growing. It'll grow. It
will for sure. So yeah, if you just send out the reminders, every couple of weeks or whatever, and then a day or 2 prior, and that's it. People get busy, so if they get the reminder, they can hopefully lock it in their calendar and good to go.
Yeah, once a month too. I don't know. Once a month, I don't have too many things that are once a month.
Oh, you're thinking less frequently?
More frequently.
Oh, more like every other week or even weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Think about it. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Put that in the email. Say, hey guys, a question came up on today's session. Okay. Would you be open to meeting a little more often? Twice a month, once a week. Just see what everybody kind of thinks. And you know what? Even if you did it once a week, and some people showed up every week, and some just showed up twice a month, that's fine too.
Well, I would think, from your standpoint, you want the thing to grow as much as possible, because then they say, well, wait a minute, you are who? You're a real estate coach. Yeah. I mean, you want it to grow as big as possible. From your standpoint.
That'd be great if that happens. But I'm excited to try to also help you pull this together, and you know what I mean? Like get a bunch of agents going. So Jason, here's the thing: if you know other agents that you've done a lot of deals with that work your market, that do commercial, multifamily, all that stuff, hey, send them the link, send them the invite. Say, hey, we got a group that's just started. It's got people from, because there's a guy, There's a guy in Bakersfield, California, couldn't make it today. Actually, two guys in Bakersfield, California, couldn't make it today, but they say they want to be a part of it. I got the guy in
I
Phoenix.
think Friday's a good day.
It's probably, I don't know. I get the impression every day, or I should say any day is as good as another to a degree. Wednesdays might be a little bit better day, midweek. Usually beginning of the week, people are too crazy busy. Sometimes Fridays you get people skipping out for long weekends, but we'll give it a shot.
It is 1 o'clock on Friday though.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Skip out that early. So let's just keep going. Yeah, keep going and see what happens.
Yeah. But Jason, let people know, you too, Alex, if you got agents you deal with there, tell them, hey, jump on with us.
Oh, I will. What you got going on there, Jason?
Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah.
He's in Minneapolis.
I'll
man.
send the invite.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Sounds
yeah,
good.
hey, y'all have a good weekend. Coach, if you get down here to Florida, I still got my houseboat. Let's go cruise.
I'm telling you, man, that's very tempting.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, guys. See you soon, okay?
All right, talk to you guys.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye.